produces 50 watts of power and draws a current of 400 milliampere. What's the voltage across the motor? The second question is asking what is the internal resistance of the motor. So first the question is asking what is the voltage across the motor. So we want to find out the V. V. Now let's see what are the information that is provided. Here we have the power provided, that is equivalent to 50 watts, and also we have the current provided, that is 400 milliampere. But when we are dealing with equations, it's better to have it in ampere. So if you convert this one into ampere, this is going to be 0.4 ampere. Now we want to find out the voltage. There's an equation that's connected to power and voltage, that is V is equal to VI. If we rearrange this one in terms of V, this is going to be V is equal to V divided by I, and here we know the P is 50 watts, and then the current is 0.4 ampere. So if you divide 50 by 4, what will you get? 50 divided by 2 is 25, 50 divided by 4 is 12.5. Then you multiply by 10 because we are dividing by 0.4, so that's 125 volts. Okay, so that's the answer for the A part. Now let's look at the B part. The B part is asking what's the internal resistance of the motor. So we have to find out the R. We have the voltage, we have the current, we have the power. So we can actually use the Ohm's law. V is equal to IR, and find out the resistance. So resistance is equal to V divided by I, and we just found out the V, that is 125 voltage, and that is divided by the current given, that is 0.4 ampere. And if we divide 125 divided by 2 is like 62.5. 62.5 divided by 2 is like 31.125. Is it right? Yeah, 31.25. So since this is 0.4, we are going to have 312.5 ohm. That's the resistance, and that's the answer for this question. Now let's look at another problem. Here this question is asking 12.5 coulombs of charge flows through a 5 kilo ohm resistor in 8 minutes. So here, okay, we have 12.5 coulombs of charge flows through a 5 kilo ohm resistor in 8 minutes. We have the charge, we have the resistor, and we have the time. The A part is asking what is the electric current that flows through the resistor. So the question is asking for the I. Let's actually write the given values. We have the charge, that is Q, that is equal to 12.5 coulombs, and then we have the resistor, that is 5 kilo ohm, and then we have the time, that is given by 8 minutes. Okay, and there's an equation I is equal to delta Q over delta T. We can actually use this equation since we have the charge and the time. So I is equal to delta Q divided by delta T. Q is 12.5 coulombs, and the time is in minutes. So we have to convert this one into seconds. And we know that 1 minute contains 60 seconds. So 8 minutes, 8 multiplied by 60, that is 480 seconds. So we have to divide this 12.5C by 480 seconds, and that gives us 0.026 coulombs per second. This is 1 unit for current, and you can also express this one as ampere, 0.026 ampere. And if you want to express this one in milliampere, that is 26 milliampere. Okay, so that's the answer for the A part. Now let's look at the B part. The B part is asking how much power is consumed by the resistor. Okay, we want to find out the power. Power is equal to V times I. Do we have the voltage? No. So that's bad equation to use. Power is equal to I square over, let me see. P is equal to VI. And then we have the Ohm's law, that's V is equal to I times R. And if I plug I times R instead of voltage, that's going to be I square R. So P is equal to I square R. That's another equation for the power. We have the current and we have the resistor, so we can use this formula. So here, instead of I plug this 26 milliampere, but it's better to use the ampere. So I plug the ampere here, that's 0.026 square. And then the resistor is 5 kilo ohm. We had to use ohm, so 5 times 10 to the power of 3. Or you can put 5,000 for the same. 5,000. And if you calculate the power, you're going to get 130. Not 130. 3.38 watts. 3.38 watts. Okay, so here the question is asking power and current. We found out the both. But let's say in case they ask you for the voltage, you can also use this formula to find it. Like for example, you can use this equation. P is equal to VI, and then rearrange this one. V is equal to P divided by I, and you can find the voltage if the question is ask you to find out that one. But here we don't need this one because the question didn't ask us. And that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. See you guys on my next video.